Welcome to Open Mind Industries podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind. Hey guys, welcome to episode 17 of the Mind Unleashed podcast. How are you? How are things going? I just did one of these, and guess what? The audio did not come out. So this is my second one for tonight. So, visibly, everything seems to be working. The mic seems to be working. Crazy. But let's get back into it. Let me tell you about my week and what's been going on. Some fun stuff and some bad stuff, but we'll get into that in just a minute. First, I want to give a shout out to my supporters, the ones that keep the podcast going. If you guys use the codes, and somebody already has, so thank you very much for using the code. And I will mention it in just a minute. First one is going to be Lyft, the ride-sharing app. Use our code TMUP. For now, guys, $15 off your first 3 rides. That's $5 per ride for 3 rides. So use our code TUMP to get $15 off your first 3 rides. Also, if you're looking to become a driver and make some money, please use our code TMUP. Take some good cash, and it helps us out, kicks money back our way to keep the podcast running. Also, if you're looking to get some video photography done, weddings, any special occasion, photography, what can I name what he does? He does everything with the photography. He does stills, photos, headshots. Check out Weiss Productions. It's going to be weissproductions.com. Use our code OMI for 5% off when you book your next project with him, or just tell him you work with Ali, and he'll definitely help you out. Weiss is awesome, amazing, very, very good. Check out weissproductions.com. Also, check out Daniel Weisenberg. He just got done doing a big drone shoot for a company building that they're trying to promote their business. Definitely check him out. He is a professional drone pilot, drone certified. He does weddings, any special occasions, music videos, headshots in the Orlando area for any actor that's trying to make it into the biz. Let him know. Use our code OMI for 5% off when you book your next project with DyneArtStudios.com. So, hey guys, welcome to episode 17. We made it. It's been a crazy week, but fun. T2 is closing up on October 8th, this Sunday. A lot of our guys are, getting ready for it. I've been 3D printing a lot of the keychains. Thanks over to Maddie over at Shapeways for helping me out with that. Bottom of my heart, Maddie. I really appreciate it. You phenomenal for letting us use the model, and you've been very professional as well. I've been with your product. I only do those guys for our cast and crew only, but if you want to get the cyberdyne logo keychain, you're going to have to head over to Shapeways. You're going to have to pay that money to Maddie. So check him out. It's going to be Maddie over at Shapeways. And just type that name in. Type in cyberdyne. It's going to be CYBER. Unfortunately, dyne was spelled incorrectly. It's going to be DYNE. So you see where I get the dyne and then the wine. So his model is going to be CYBRDYNE. So definitely check out Maddie over at Shapeways. It was a misspelling by accident, but definitely a great model. Check him out. He's selling for a great price if you would like to get one, because Cyberdyne Systems is closing down October 8th here at Universal Studios Florida. It is the last Terminator 2. Also, a friend of mine, kind of an acquaintance. He met me through Facebook, and he's a big Terminator fan. He runs a few Terminator sites, knows a lot about them. Check out Maurice Hughes. He's definitely going to be coming around here in Orlando. He's coming here with his sister, and they're going to be, he's more or less going to be visiting Florida for a little bit, but he has flown all the way over from the Netherlands just to see our last show. Isn't that some commitment? It's going to be sad, leaving a lot of crew, my family, it's like they're like family. They've been great, phenomenal people. I don't know what to say. I mean, everybody's been phenomenal. They've been, I've been there for 8 years over at T2. I've worked at many fun different venues, and I do know where I'll be going soon. I will be going over to Jimmy Fallon, the Tonight Show over at Universal Studios. It is a 3D simulated ride through New York, race through New York. Being a New Yorker, it's kind of nice to be going home, metaphorically. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I picked a venue that I knew I was going to be good at. I was going to be able to do the best work possible and stuff like that. So I'll be getting trained over there pretty soon once T2 does close. Excuse me, man. I told you guys I literally just got done doing an hour of this, and come to find out, neither the GoPro or my GoPro or the voice recorder picked any of it up, and that's some fucked up shit. Well, it happens. I hear a lot of podcasters that happens. Bill Burr, happens to him a lot. A few other people, they do the voice activated on their Zunes or whatever they're using. It's crazy. But now I can tell everything's working. Everything is blinking properly. So it's been a crazy week. I've been doing a lot of 3D printing for the keychains. I'm officially done printing them. I don't want to print any more of them. Every time somebody shows them to somebody else who's worked either at Terminator, they either were a former actor of Terminator 2 or, they're just, not in the state, but they work there, literally have credentials there. They're like, hey, can he make me one? So I just got text today as I was printing them and watching the Giants football game. We're now 0-4. Oh, man. The Giants just keep killing themselves, but I don't know what to say. But, I literally printed out 2 more for a couple coworkers, and people are very, very happy, very excited, for them, and they're super stoked. They're not stoked that the venue's closing. We feel bad more for performers and actors that are there, because they have to literally get recontracted or physically fired, pretty much, sadly. So definitely come check us out on October 8th. We'll be closing down this Sunday. Will be our last day. And I've been 3D printing a lot and just working my butt off with that. What else did I do? Oh, man. Oh, shit, that's right. I went out to a show, Hollywood Babble-on, this last night, and I'm glad I did. I went there for a good reason. I had a friend that posted. I knew they were coming. I knew Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman were coming to Orlando. I listened to a lot of the podcasts, Hollywood Babble-on, stuff like that. Batman on Batman, Smodcast, Jay Mugus, Kevin Smith and Jay Mugus get old. All of his pretty much podcasts that he does. And I needed kind of a reprieve, and I'll go more into what's been going on, what's really got pissing me off lately. So yeah, I pretty much went to go see the Hollywood Babble-on. Fucking outstanding to see it live. Crazy. On how it's good to hear the podcast, but not see it live, in person. And I wasn't gonna go, and I knew I had a little bit of budget because I did a couple hours more at work, and I wasn't going to go in the beginning, but the tickets were like about, I think 100, 200 more what I spent, for the front row, and I thought I was going to be sitting up top, at the Hard Rock Live, but I was actually on the floor and curved next to the stage. So I wasn't in front of the stage, I was in the corner, but I still had a great fucking view, and I really enjoyed it. It was fucking amazing. Excuse me, man. Like I said, I did about an hour of this, and I'm really pissed that podcast is not for you guys here to listen. So you guys are getting kind of a rundown version of what I was speaking about. So like pretty much it's cool to see what the podcast was like and see what they're really like in real life. And Kevin Smith is exactly what you think, and he's really fun, just really genuine, open. He did left Florida this morning. I was on his Twitter, and apparently they wouldn't let him use the first class bathroom, even though he had a first class ticket, And I kind of chimed in. I was like, dude, you married 2 people on stage. How dare them, LOL. No response back, but he responded to me back a while back about something really funny, and, great show. I knew, the fucked up part is, I knew the 2 guys that I was waiting outside with were going to be kind of behind me, and they were. And these were 2 brothers, I guess, that were so, they were already intoxicated, like already gone. Just kind of the kind of brothers that are like just dicks, They just need attention, and they think they're just overly intelligent and smart and shit like that. Pretty much that. Geeks that think they're overly intelligent, and that's pretty much what it was. Oh my god. One brother, it was the biggest dick apparently. He's the one that got yelled at by security twice, and they literally told him, like, if you don't stop your shit, you're gonna be kicked out. And it wasn't for his, like, attitude, it was just for fucking, he was hitting on this girl and really being sexist and all that kind of shit, and they were like, no, we're not having any of that. So, but other than that, man, fucking great podcast. Great to see how it's actually run. I just knew when I was walking in, everybody's gonna be slashed and hammered, and that pretty much half the crowd was fucking gone. I don't know. It's good to get fucked up on a show, but it's like I was there to enjoy it and understand it, and it was nice for me to get out of my head for a little bit and actually get to do the catchphrases and stuff like that of the show. Shit that should not be. The Hollywood show, Tinseltown Stiff, stuff like that. We talked about, they talked about Stan Lee, and they talked about, who Hugh Hefner passed away and shit like that. But, yeah, it was good to see the show live. I mean, I'm glad I got that off my bucket list. I think the one fucked up part that I want to bring up to everybody is, like, what the fuck is it with bathrooms and slippy tiles, Tiles, so pretty much I had to use the toilet, so pretty much all day I went to work around 6:30 in that morning. Don't ask me why. My job called me in that goddamn early. It just did. It's like, hey, you got to report at 6:30, and the park doesn't open till like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Given that it's a Halloween Horror Nights. Sorry, I told you I was super damn tired. Let me get a sip of coffee. That way I'm not yawning. Ugh. Sorry, hopefully that wakes me up. Like I said, I did about an hour of this podcast, and things didn't go well. But I'm going to get the same points that I was talking about. So anyway, I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning. Don't ask me why the park was, open that early. And it was like a rainy morning, so pretty much I walked to work, and it was drizzling. Stopped, picked up again. It was just one of those weird Saturdays where I'm just like, what the fuck? So instead of going home, I ended up staying, because I was out by 12:30. I ended up staying at the park and just seeing my coworkers and just really catching up. A few of my coworkers, it was like pretty much our last scheduled day over at Terminator. So I was saying, goodbye and, see you guys soon. And a few of them know where they're going, so they're going to be still in the Terminator area, in the Hollywood area, in Universal Orlando. But yeah, man, I'm like, the whole day it was like slippery and draggy, but that thing is like the bathrooms. What the fuck is that? Who the hell designed a bathroom, okay, with the slipperiest fucking tiles in life? So pretty much, I don't know how it is for chicks and dudes, but like, I had to like pee, so I'm like, okay, I was going over to the Hard Rock to check in and make sure my tickets were ready to go, which they were. I already had them on my phone, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, well the Hard Rock the show doesn't start till 8 o'clock. And, it rained as we were getting out of work, like drizzling a little bit, so I was like, alright, I'm going to chill out in front and just watch the boats go by and run City Walk and stuff like that. So I go into the freaking bathroom, man. It's like, I don't know what it with guys' bathrooms or any kind of bathroom, man. Like, they pick the slipperiest tiles with no grip, and they make sure it's the wettest as it can be. Like, any kind of wetness, it just, when you gotta pee, man, for any guy that's like trying to hold on to the urinal and hold your dick at the same time, and you're trying not to slip and fall, and it's like, Jesus Christ. And then you got people, you pray it's not pee on the floor. You pray it's not, but, I'm guaranteeing it is, man. I've worked in toilets and restrooms and shit like that, so I've had to clean them, so I'm just like, oh, boy. I don't know how it is for chicks, man, when you get in the stall and you're just, like, trying to hold your balance because the floor is so damn slippery. Why? And I think I know why they don't use any kind of textured floor, because germs like to stay in the texture. But if you're bleaching the floor properly, it's not going to get, whatever, but pretty much the whole day, like, I didn't slip and break my ass there. The end of the Hollywood Babble-on, and I pretty much ran through Universal trying to get to my lift, because I was going to call for a car and head home. I didn't get out of there till, I want to say, about 11:30, because the show did start late, which was cool, and I thought, shit, for what I paid, the show's going to be like an hour long. No, it was about 2 hours long, which was plenty of enough time, and it felt just right. They were really improv-y, really fun, so I understand how good the damn show is. It was really freaking awesome. So, well, for the money, well put. Oh, excuse me, jeez. Well put together for the money. But yeah, it's kind of freaking freaky, man. So I go to get past like the AMC over at City Walk, and I end up breaking my ass right there. There's like this steel grate that collects water and stuff. It's real, and I hit my ass hard. Slammed on my hip and stuff, and this couple came right behind me, and they ended up the boyfriend ended up picking me up, the girl ended up holding my crutch. She's like, you got it, and I was like flying. I was like super light. I'm a light guy. I'm about 120 pounds. This guy was able to pick me up and kind of put me on my feet, and he said, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, just kind of off my feet. I couldn't really stand, and my finally they're like, oh man, you gotta be careful. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't the ground that got me, it was the damn metal bar there, and my crutch tips are kind of worn out, so I gotta put new ones on them. But the smart ass guy was like looking back at me and stuff, and he felt bad, but he was like, yeah, kind of slippery. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. But it is what it is. Thank you for the couple from the bottom of my heart for helping me, especially the boyfriend picking me up and getting me back on my feet. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to stop, but I'm grateful you guys did. You were very sweet and kind, and there's always good people around the world, so thank you. Wasn't planning on following my ass that night, but yeah, it was like I said, it was a good night, and it's crazy. The one thing I'm going to dwell on next, guys, you're probably not going to want to. Oh man, so something really that pissed me off this week, and the other night, for 2 nights now, I really haven't been able to sleep. Now I'm kind of okay. I'm still very much pissed off and worried about how we're going to get things going. Where do I begin with this? Okay, so last podcast, I ended up editing and putting it together. It's just a one-man army, pretty much. I do pretty much everything with OpenMind. I do the 3D printing. I do, John's literally doing his own thing with a real company, and then we collaborate together to get shit built. The hand grips, stuff like that. And then Mike jumps in when he can to do the website and stuff like that. So OpenMind is a very small R&D, but we're doing a lot of work, and it's just, you do your actual job, and then you come home and you do work on OpenMind, and you're building and designing and doing charity work, because we do a lot of, years ago, OpenMind's been around for about 3 years now. We started back in 2015, May 15th of 2015. And, a lot of it, I wish I took a lot of photos back then. I wish I did a lot of things, but a lot of my shit was pro bono. A lot of my shit, people need help with 3D printing. And, Alan in general, Lincoln, who runs Evil Monkey Studios, his own, he works out of his own house and his own garage. He's got a huge shop in there, and he makes all this armor for Halo and all these really cool armor pieces for the cosplay and what have you. We've collaborated together, and he's always been amazing, and, he's, supported our work and very been supportive, and, we collaborate, and the best way to pay each other, his printer broke, so the best way to pay me back for work I did was to let me get some filament, which is $60 filament, which you see above the Robo, it's $60 rolls of filament, very, very big, can easily make 70, 60 prints if you use it correctly. So, we go 3 years, without being touched or anything like that. So, like I said, I'm the only guy who does all the editing for the podcast, shit like that. So when you see the editing, it's very quick. That's me, because it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of things So anyway, I get to getting our Google Analytics, and now our stuff is on Amazon. And if you guys want to support the podcast in any way, without having to spend, a dime on it, or just OpenMind in general, you can go to that, or go to openmindindustries.com. You'll click on our recommendations, which are products that I have, such as the GoPro camera that I use, the voice recorder I use for the podcast, and a few other things, the filaments that I recommend, and especially the smart home stuff. You can click on that. We'll send you over to Amazon, and if you do buy something on Amazon, they kick a few cents back our way. Literally, it's a few cents. It's not much at all. Also, our Patreon's up there, stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, we've been working our asses off, building prototypes, testing, 3D printing, and doing I do a lot of volunteer printing, because it's that's gotta get my name out there, trying to make money. And this company, I'm more or less, I'm trying to pay bills and trying to pay the credit cards back without, having to claim bankruptcy and all that shit, but you got to start from somewhere. But anyway, so I do, I'm getting our Google Analytics, checking our, just feed, stuff like that, or RSS, making sure everything's going. And everything's looking good. Everybody, you guys are checking in. I'm grateful for everybody who checks in and listens to us and everything like that. So I ended up doing a Bing search and Google search and et cetera, just to check to make sure, everything's clicking in correctly and we're getting, the traffic that we need, because I've been trying to find sponsors and shit like that, trying to help us pay for some of the stuff. And it's not easy. I'm not asking for a lot from people. It's you get the podcast for free and you get it for me for free. Stuff like that. Well, as I went to go do all this, and I checked multiple sources, I saw that we were the first hit, and then I saw below that another site, and I read the synopsis underneath it, and it said Open Mind Industry, blah blah blah. And I went, that's intriguing. So I clicked on it. Well, come to find out, this person is using a different domain. I'm not giving away the name at all, but I'm going to let you know. He's calling himself Open Mind Industries, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, screaming it. Open Mind Industries. We are Open Mind Industries. Excuse me? You're who now? You're claiming to be me? Huh. Okay. Literally, he uses my abbreviation, the OMI, Open Mind Industries, or Open O.M.I. You know. And I'll let him get away with that one. That one, you know, kind of catchy. All right, cool. But we've been calling ourselves Open Mind for a long time. I think since 2015. Yeah, and I've done a lot of research, and nobody's really touched us. There's Open Mind. There's another Open Minds. There's Open Mind, but check this out. He is not Open Minds. He is Open Minds Inc. Not Open Mind Industries. Open Minds Inc. Where the fuck do you get Open Mind Industries from? Well, you know, I looked it up, read through his page. He's a web developer, blah, 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 blah. He used to say, I lost my shit that night. I lost my shit the other night, and I literally... I don't know how to put it, guys. Like, I literally lost my shit because we started in 2015. And how Open Mind started, as some of you guys know, we wanted to call it Handicraft, and me and John started back in 2015. And I really didn't start the website and everything until about a good year ago. So about a good 6-7 months ago, we finally got the website together, finally got Instagram, it's because we were building a lot of shit. We were like, keep it quiet and really, just work and develop from there. We don't deserve anything until it's being built, yada, yada, yada. Build it as it comes. But this guy wasn't around a year ago, just 6 months ago. It seems like it because I checked all his shit, credentials and everything, and, it's because I'm doing a podcast now, and numbers are picking up there, and their Instagram has picked up to about almost 100 followers, which is grateful. I'm not looking to become famous or anything like that. I'm looking to develop a company, Open Mind, blah, 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 I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. Our Twitter, I really don't use it a lot, so I don't really give a fuck about that, but that's trademark to us, too. And, it's just, I feel like, what the fuck, dude? You couldn't take the time to check your shit, and, but I was like, I went on Facebook, I was like, we used to be the only Open Mind Industries.tm, which .tm means trademark, which means, hey, you might not want to use that name, you might want to use what your domain name is, which is Open Minds Inc. Now, I was going to get trademarked way back. However, it was fucking expensive. I talked to 7 attorneys, and a lot of them were like, yo, it's going to cost you this. We want this. And these are motherfuckers trying to, pay their Ferraris, it sounded like one guy, it was like $1,500 plus application fee plus blah, 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 plus, plus, plus. And it was like, I didn't have $1,500 at the time. And I'm like, man, trademarking is fucking expensive. Patents aren't even that expensive, but they make it sound expensive. And the only expensive part about patents and shit like that is just the research into your patent. You can look up your patent yourself and do half the fucking legwork for your attorney. But the other night, I didn't sleep, man. I was so aggressive, so pissed, and so angry that this guy was taking all my fucking hard work, my name, everything, and just putting it to the side and going, yeah, I'll take rights to you. I'm gonna follow your lead. I'm gonna take, y'all. I'm Open Mind. No, you're not, dude. You're fucking Open Mind Inc. You're Inc. I don't even give a fuck if he calls himself Open Mind Inc. But don't you fucking dare use Open Mind Industries. And once I finally get a hold of an attorney, and legitly, guys, now it's going to be trademarked officially. Don't even think about trying to trademark it now. He's already got the fucking applications ready to go. I got to go sign a contract this coming week with him, just an agreement saying we're going to pay him and shit. And, it's like sitting there with the attorney and going, listen, thank God this guy worked with me, because this guy, literally, I was taking bids on a site, and it's called, I think, Thumbtack is the site I went on. I typed it through Yahoo, and I was like, I need to find a trademark attorney. And I had like 3 hits in this area. And this guy used to be once he read where I was, and he was like, you're in the Orlando area. I graduated UCF here, which is University of Central Florida, a couple years ago. And he's like, I need you to call me or email me, like, the situation. I need to know if this is infringement, it's fucking serious, and da-da-da. The first guy wrote me a bid, like, I think it was just a written fucking script that he put out, and his was like $350. Second guy's was about $600 plus application fee plus this fee, so you're looking at a couple grand there. Once I was like, you know what, the guy from the Orlando area, he might have some sense of what the fuck's going on. So I was like, you know what, man, here's my budget. It's from this to this, and it's almost like $300 to $400, which is our budget. I mean, that's pretty much what I got kind of left on my credit card. So I'm just like, listen, man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay you, but here's the fucking deal, And he's like, okay, he's like, I need to talk to you like tonight. We need to talk tonight. So I called him up, and it was like, I think about 8 o'clock on Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday night when I did all this. And I'm fucking livid. I got photos of this guy's site and everything, and the lawyer looked everything up, and he went, well, the good news is I can trademark you. The bad news is, he's not really infringing on your shit. And I'm like, how's he not? This motherfucker's. He goes, yeah, I see what you're saying. But he's not jumping in your territory. You're specializing in 3D printing and R&D design. This guy's just doing web development. I was like, this guy didn't exist a few weeks ago. Now he's claiming to be me, and he's not me. And he goes, well, the only way we can get this guy, if he's taking your clients. If your clients can't distinguish your logo, your name with his. And right now we don't see that. But if this guy takes one step over, even into my fucking territory, ooh, he is fucked. But I sent the guy, I told my attorney, I was like, listen, man, I already sent him a cease and desist letter and stuff like that, and through Facebook, and said, hey, I don't approve of your page. And I said, very nice. I called Mike up, and Mike was pretty livid with it. Mike was, no bueno, like, you literally need to, stop this guy in his tracks, ask him nicely to take, the name down. Like I said, I wouldn't be that pissed off if he wasn't using Open-Minded Industries for what he's trying to do. Because how do you get Open Minds Inc. from Open-Minded Industries? You're Inc. You're incorporated. You're not Industries, bro. So take it. Shut up. Take your shit down. And I'll be happy about it. But, it's just like, what the fuck? So it's like, we've done all this fucking work and for nothing. I spent fucking 3 years working, donating a lot of my fucking time to people who needed 3D printing help or something, or, some knowledge. And somebody's fucking going in and taking my shit. It's like, how do you fucking, it's like and I gotta do some more volunteer work for the hangar if somebody else wants a set. And I said, I'll do it for you, I'll do it for free. It just seems like a nice thing to do. And that's what we're about. Open Mind's always been about, like, helping, making the first 3D crutch, doing all this shit. Without me and John, like, years ago, thinking about all this shit, it would have never become. But, I just fucking hate that, somebody can go in there and go, no, I'm Open-Minded Inc. Explanation point. How am I not supposed to be angry about that? And I understand what my attorney said. He's like, listen, yeah, I can't get him for, that. He's like, think about it this way. You have Delta Faucets and Delta Airlines. Can you distinguish both of them? Yes, you can. And that's kind of the same thing in your situation. Can you distinguish it? And I said, the guy does web development. He goes, but the minute he steps in and fucking start taking your customers, and the minute he does this, he's fucked. So let's kind of just forget about that. But we can, until he does that, I can send him a letter. But he's like, you already sent him to, you've already asked him politely to shut his, change his name or just don't use my thing now, and stuff like that. But it's fucked up that somebody could just go in and take all your work, because you're doing well. You're trying. You're up at fucking 6 in the morning, learning to do something, or you're doing this or that, and somebody else is like, hmm, I, oh, I saw this guy's podcast. I'm gonna use his name, you know. But like I said, good luck trying to use it because now it's in legal motion, and that's where I'm gonna step in with you guys. I never ask you guys for anything, but my attorney has worked with us really well, and I'm grateful that he understood the situation. And the best part, the reason why I picked him, we sat down for a good hour on the phone, and he goes, I'm not trying to make $1 million off of you or anything like that. He goes, I'm not trying to, rip your life apart or anything like that. I'm an LLC, I'm a small business, and I've been doing this for quite a while and stuff like that. He goes, I'm willing to do something. So we came up with a good price, and the price is really, really good. And I'm going to kind of leave that private for now until I get the contract, and I'll tell you what I actually paid. I'm going to be paying this out of my own credit card, and I'm pretty much going to be maxing out my credit, pretty much maxing it out. I'm going to have a few bucks left on it, and that's my business card, just to fucking get this in motion until we can be safe and nobody can take my work from me. But I'm going to ask you guys from the bottom of my heart, I'm going to need your fucking help. I usually don't ask anybody on the podcast or anybody for finances. I told you guys, thank you for the person who used our lip code too, because that person jacked up the price for you guys to, get more rides out of the Lyft app, and that's made me a few bucks, which is probably going to go right back into the business and keep us moving. I did launch a GoFundMe. I only need about $400 with the trademark. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but like I said, I'm just looking to make some money back. But with the GoFundMe, I did offer, and I am going to offer free, pretty much 3D printing services up to $50 for 2 donors that donate a pretty good sum, or just a good amount that I feel comfortable with. And if I want to probably donate more and more, I probably will do another person. If they do a big donation, I'll probably do a $50 3D printing job for them, and that's going to include your print time, build time, shipping, stuff like that. So it's all covered in one. So it's going to be up to $50 worth if you donate, to the GoFundMe. And I'm asking for you guys' help. Usually you don't have to help at all, but even 25 cents, $1 would help me get our shit taken care of. Like I said, I'm already paying for it myself, so it's already been taken care of. I'm just asking for a little bit of help to get back on track and kind of pay that off if possible, but I'm willing to get back my services so you guys don't feel ripped off at all. And I know with the crowdfunds and shit like that, we've already did a GoFundMe a few years ago, and I was able to raise about $350. We wanted the $1,500, but a lot of this company runs out of my own pocket, and I'm not getting paid back for any of it. Like I said, this company runs on a lot of help, a lot of pro bono work. I do a lot of help for people. Like a couple years ago, if I took a lot of photos of all the work I did, took all the notes, I'd be a fucking millionaire. But that's not how it is. You really gotta help people out when they need help, and that's the one thing Open Mind's about. Without Mike, I wouldn't have the logo. Without John, I wouldn't have most things. Mike could have fucking charged me $1,000 for the logo, but he's like, I want to be part of the company. I want you to know that I'm here for you. And I can't thank Alan enough, and I can't thank a lot of people enough that fucking put their time in it and said, hey, listen, you're gonna make it, dude. This is gonna happen. You don't gotta pay us, but you can't forget us. It's kind of like the honor system. Like, we fucking Mike has been there, and I'll never forget him. I'll never be there. He's always here when I need him. It's like, hey, I can't help you now, but what do you need with the website? Like, write me a list, and I'll see if I can get to it. Mike has not left my fucking side, and Alan, we always share ideas and things, and there's a lot of people that I work with at work have always been upfront. Like, a lot of the model makers have been like, hey, how's the company going? How's things going? Like, what do you need from us? Like, can we help you with anything? And that's pretty fucking what Open Mind's about. And I've done a lot of that for people who needed 3D printing. They needed something and they couldn't afford it. And they were able to pay me a little bit, with maybe a dinner or something like that. But, that's when you call a good gesture, and a lot of my friends have helped out in other ways too to get me some motivation and stuff like that. But what we're pretty much asking, and what I'm pretty much asking is, if you guys want to check out our GoFundMe page, please do so. it's going to be under my name, which is Ali, so ALIQASEM, and I believe it's going to be under Make Us Official. It's going to be Make Us Official. So if you want to check out our GoFundMe, I'll put a link down in our description on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. It's already on our Facebook page. I've already kind of put it up there. I don't even care if the guy fucking sees it. I don't even care if my attorney sees it. It's just, if I gotta put money out there, to do this, I'm gonna do it. I just think, it's like I said, fucked up that somebody can jump on your shit and pretend to be you, and not even have the balls. Like, I wrote him, like, on Facebook, and he saw it. No fucking comment back, no nothing. So it's just like, and the guy's brand new. Like, it's brand new. Like, Open Mind Industries was basically on Facebook way before he was, and we were the only hit on Facebook. Now when you type it in, it's like shows his shit. So it's like, this guy has just started from scratch, and I just want everybody to be aware. So if you type it on Facebook and you see Open Mind, look for Open Mind Industries, the logo, and then TM. Soon it will be a registered fucking trademark, and that will all be taken care of. Same thing with Instagram. If you find us, look for the logo here. You'll see we have more followers. We are the first hit. It's going to be Open Mind Industries, the official. And it kind of sucks that I have to keep putting official to every fucking thing, because it's like, we already were official Twitter, we're already official on this, we're already official on that. But like I said, it really fucking hurts that somebody is using my brand, my hard work, as their own. That's really fucked up, but soon it will be taken care of, and I'm really grateful for my attorney that I found. I mean, like I said, he could have F me in the butt, but we spoke earnest on the phone. He asked me what kind of printers I use. He really got down to earth. He was a real gentle dude. Like, what kind of printers do you use? Like, what do you do? Like, because apparently he looked at my shit, like, as I was typing it in. He'd spent about 30-40 minutes watching our YouTube videos, and he was like, okay, I see what you do here. I see what you do. So he asked me, he was like, hey man, like, what do you do? Like, how's your business partner? What's he do? Where are you located? Stuff like that. Because he really started, like, talking about Florida, and, like, just a fucking genuine dude. And the only thing he asked me nicely was like, hey, okay, I'll send you, get your stuff sent over, and are you sure you want to use me? But I felt confident using this guy, because when you feel confident about someone, and he really did with me. He's like, let's focus on this first, and then later on in life, you can focus on this. He's like, let's get you moving forward. And he's like, the reason why shit's happening now is because the podcast is taking off, the Instagram is taking off, this is taking off, and somebody wants a piece of your fucking pie, He's like, but there's nothing we can do until he steps over into your yard, and so I hope this guy doesn't do that. But if he does, oof. But it's thanks to people like you guys jumping into the podcast and really supporting me. You may not enjoy it, you may not like what I say most of the time, but you log in, and it means a lot. It's nice to hop on the 3D hubs and give people some feedback on their 3D printing, or it's nice to hop onto a Instagram and post something to somebody like, hey, I got different results to that 3D print, or here's the idea that I have for this, or whatever. And a lot of people on Instagram are very supportive, and stuff like that. Like, this is what you guys are doing. Like, great. Even my attorney is like the same thing. He's like, man, you need to start focusing on maybe getting a grant or something like that for, like, maybe the medical services or what have you, stuff like that. But I can't thank you guys from the bottom of my heart what it means to be listened to every week on the podcast, or being watched on the podcast, and it does mean a lot. So thanks you guys for sticking by us and being very, very supportive. Like I said, if you want to donate to the GoFundMe, you don't have to. But if you can't donate to it, even put like 2 cents into it or 5 cents into it, it's going to a fucking good cause. And it's, like I said, I'm not giving your money is not just, I'm giving my services away for some funds to get this done. So, like I said, if the donations are well, I will do. I'll probably do about 3 3D prints worth $50. Which includes like the make it, the cleanup of it, and then the shipping of it. So you guys will be well compensated for your donation. Like I said, it's going to be under my name, ALI. Last name is QASEM, and then I think it's going to be called Make Us Official, or Make This Official, or Us Official, or something like that. I'll put our links down to the YouTube page, the Facebook page, and a few other things. But I just want to thank you guys, and everybody who's been freaking with us since the beginning of this and just listening to the podcast. I really like doing these. I really like that fun. Like I said, the next one is going to be this week with Terminator 2 shutting down. It's going to be pretty much me walking around showing you guys like the way to work, stuff like that, the routes that I take. And then pretty much I'm going to probably do a behind the scenes, kind of like quiet on how like what the queue looks like, stuff like that. Just kind of my hurrah to the venue that kind of made me and where Open Mind kind of began and what hallway it began in. So it was kind of nuts. Maurice, the biggest fan in the world, is coming in. The next couple of days to Orlando. He's flying all the way into the Netherlands just to see the last show of T2, like I said. So it's pretty exciting to see a super fan come in and get a hold of me and is like, dude, I'm coming in. So I'm going to be helping him out with the discount with the tickets over there. Just to say my thanks. He's been very cool and awesome. And I hope he has a great time with the last show there. And it's good to have people that are just like, yeah, I like it. So I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thanks, guys, for jumping into Open Mind and being very supportive and understanding. And like I said, it's been a crazy week, with the 3D printing and then, going to see an awesome podcast. But this thing with this fucking guy has really pissed me off to no fucking end because, like I said, it's like working your ass off, working your fucking ass off and having somebody feel like they're taking it away, Like they said, like my lawyer said, it's not illegal for him to use my name. It really is not illegal. As long as he's not stepping on my fucking toes. Like if he steps into the yard of 3D printing or R&D design or blah blah blah, or Open Mind gaming or whatever the fuck he tries to do, he is, it's like, it sucks dick that somebody's trying to fucking, because I'm having followers and hits now, that he's trying to do this. But like I said, the paperwork's already in motion. We've already done our searches and checks. We are good to go, which I've already knew because I've been checking it myself. But the attorney's already got my shit in order, so we are ready to go. All I gotta do is sign something, and then we are off to the races, and we're gonna get it taken care of. So I'm excited. But like I said, we could definitely use your help. I could definitely use your help out of the bottom of my heart. So if you guys want to push this forward, the link, or if I'm on Facebook, push that forward. It takes 2 seconds of your time. If you can't donate, no worries. But if you could push it to somebody else and say, hey man, you might want to help this cause out, we'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it, from the bottom of my heart. It's just been nuts. Anyway, I'll be mailing out the cyberdyne keychains shortly to all my friends, and thanks to Maddie again over at Shapeways. You've been amazing help. Your package will be on the way soon. Much appreciated for you letting me use the model. And if anybody wants to use the cyberdyne keychain, hit up Maddie over at Shapeways. It's going to be Maddie, MATI, Shapeways, and then type in CYBERDYNE to find the keychain. Help him out. He'll definitely hook you up. You can order a few from him. That's pretty much what I got for the week. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything. You guys have been very supportive. Thank you for the run with Open Mind and really just being there when we needed you. You guys, it's cool to, like I said, check the RSS feed and just see people are listening or logging in. And I try to do something, but like a lot of times I don't know what to fucking say. So podcasts, sometimes like I give up on a week and go, okay, I'll go on to the next week and maybe something more will happen. But I do plan on doing Open Mind Gaming, which is just kind of a gaming thing on YouTube, our YouTube page, and kind of just play with my friends and just have fun, and maybe have some people kind of get out of their own heads and kind of join the gaming community, but not feel pressured by it either, and just say hello and hi, to people, and show some of the fun games that I like to play, and hopefully that'll be fun for some people. But we'll see. Open mind is open mind, and I just want to thank everybody. Also, like I said, my girlfriend texted me back from Colorado. She just revealed her sister's headstone. Her sister passed away about a year ago. Coming up on a year ago, about January 4 it happened. Showed me the headstones. My other podcast, the phone went off, and I kind of spoke about that for a little bit. But it's cool to have somebody like in my life to be very supportive and understanding. Especially my parents, man. My mom has been really fucking supportive of Open Mind, and I told her today about everything's been going on, and she's like, well, I told you to get fucking trademark, now it's time, and but it's gonna be a crazy wild ride, and I'm grateful everybody has been around to help me out and guide us, and I'm grateful you guys could be a part of it. We could be a part of your lives. So, without further ado, I'm gonna call it a night, and I want to wish everybody a happy, phenomenal week. We'll see what happens. I mean, I can't wait for for the week to come up and just the cyberdyne stuff. I can't wait to show you guys some of that stuff. Like I said, have a great week and be safe and try to do everything awesome. And like I said, if you want to hit us up for everything open mind, check out openmindindustries.com. And if you want to support us without even doing anything really, go on our Open Mind website, openmindindustries.com, and click on our product recommendations, and you can click on our Amazon links, which have the GoPro camera, the recorder, home automation stuff. I know I gotta flip out the Amazon Echo because they switched it out to a newer Echo that they're making. If you want to go smart home and see what kind of devices I use from previous podcasts, it's now all up there. You can click on one of the links. You don't have to buy the product. You can look for something on Amazon. When you do buy something, they ship a few cents back my way, and like I said, it is a few cents. It's not much at all, but the more people I drive there, the more money I can make. But if you all want to just, help me out that way, that'd be amazing. Like I said, it's cool. The website's really running now, and our supporters are now up there. Daniel Weisenberg and Weiss and Lifters up there, so you guys could click on those links. That will guide you. Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna sign out. Have a great week. And always keep an open mind. See you. Have a great week.